guess it goes back to when I was just a really small kid, probably 7, 8, 3rd grade. At one point, my family moved next to a lady. Her name was Julie, and she was a college student, and she was very glamorous. And I attached myself to her, and she was really into horses, and she let me just ride her horses. And that was like probably the first time in my life that I felt connected and empowered and could feel that anything was possible. I had 5 horses, best time of my life. Every summer was getting up at 4 in the morning, walking like the 5 miles to the barn, and then all day till the sun went down, like 9 o'clock at night. And that was very freeing and liberating as well. I think helped cause me to be the person I am. As an adult and getting back into horses, I jumped full force into it. So then I started working with Dan McCarthy, who helped me more than you can even imagine. When I started improving with the horses, I saw how I could take that information and use it to help better lead my team. From the type of leader that I was when we started, was very like driven, hardcore, to now I have a team that I feel I'm truly connected to their goals, working in their best interest, and they're like working for my best interest, and it's just like that really like sweet, happy place. I want to help other business leaders be able to enjoy their team and be able to reach their goals by improving their leadership skills. I want to go even a little farther than that and help the younger person to be able to experience, have hope that life can be good, that life can be free, and you can be connected.
I think I'm looking for a different approach to leadership. So I was really interested about coming here because it seemed very out of the box. It seemed like something creative, something out of the ordinary, rather than like reading a blog or an article on leadership. This was really just putting practices that are unconventional in everyday life.
I was completely taken away by the scenery. I think it's absolutely beautiful here.
It was breathtaking. I had no idea how big the farm was. Everything just seemed really well put together and professional and clean.
It's like the ideal environment, I think, to like help you relax and figure out how to sort of become a leader.
I'm right from the middle of suburbia, so to get a chance or an opportunity to be out here and to work with the horses in this kind of an environment is just, I mean, it's inspiring. It's kind of a breath of fresh air.
When I first came here, my initial impression was I was a bit intimidated at first, just the size of the horses.
And then being told that like it's your job to tell this massive creature what to do, that seems like a huge task, but Christy helps, like she totally shows you how that can be done with just your own energy.
I think a lot of people are under the impression that, you know, to get a horse to do something, you have to be really loud and powerful back. But that's really not the case. Simply look in a direction if you're really connected to the horse where you want to go, and they're going to follow.
Horses are so much like people in the way they move and the way they think and the way they read off our emotions. And that was the biggest thing I learned today with working with the horses in particular, is that as humans, we really read off of each other's emotions. And when we feel connected, we actually perform better as a team rather than, you know, hierarchies that feel so separate.
I felt like it was a really good experience to be more self-aware and understand how that influences your team. And today my team was a number of the different horses that Christy has here. It's not always about how they get there, but how we get there together, and that was kind of how we worked with the horses today.
Every time I work with a horse, I learn something new. To connect with them, you have to be straight and stable, be really effective in yourself, and I take that and can apply that in so many areas of my life.
We did an activity where we were walking with the horses, and if you don't have that vision and that goal of what you want the horse to do and where you need them to be, then they're not going to follow you. You really have to be in sync with the horses, and I think that can translate to being in sync if you're working with a team and leading a team as well, and making sure that everybody's on board and everybody knows the direction you're going in.
You need to be flexible, because sometimes the horse is going to work against you, and he's not going to do exactly what you tell him to do. So sometimes you need to be flexible. And I think it's important that you can kind of carry that then over into your career, where you establish a direction, but sometimes you're going to meet a roadblock and maybe go a different direction, but ultimately reach the same goals.
My goal is to just teach people how to get along. If you can get along with a horse and be effective and actually provide that feeling of like, don't worry, I got your back, you can do it pretty easily with people.
Gives purpose, right? Being able to help people make small connections and grow just a little bit. I mean, even if you just help one person in your life, then you are here for a reason. I would like this to be a place where business leaders can come, they can learn, people can grow their teams, they give a donation to us, and then us be able to translate that back to helping people who can only afford a little bit. That's what I would like to eventually see happen. People keep telling me that's too lofty of a dream, but we'll see.